This video is to help you manage this class. Now I have Chem 115 up. I'll also go through Biology 150. They're both basically the processes are the same. Obviously, the material is a lot different. But what I want you to do is right now I'm on the home page for Chem 115, and the O is for online. Now, what we'll also do is if you want, we can set up a time to meet with you guys, like one night a week for half hour, 15. I'm not going to lecture or anything like that. What I will do is I will be there to help you go through problems, answer questions, remind you of what's going on in class, that kind of stuff. So once class gets started, I'll probably send out an email and find out what time works for you guys. And then, like I said, once a week, we can just meet and say, you can ask me questions. I can go through stuff. And that's for both classes. So again, once the class gets started, I'll send out an email and we'll find out what's going on. Okay, on the home page, and again, this is 115, but 150, Biology 150 is the same. You can see the syllabi right there. What the most important thing for you guys to do is hit modules, okay? Modules will have basically everything you need to, you start here, you go for the first part, and what you'll notice, the lectures, what I did was I have me. I downloaded these. These are all in YouTube. So you can see, and I will go through the PowerPoint and I'll be talking through it. So it's not just going through the PowerPoint by yourself. I'll add extra stuff and so on. You can also, let me fix this. We don't want to be in here anymore. So I'll go back here. If you go back to the modules at the end of each chapter, if you look here, I have the PowerPoint right here. So if you want to download it ahead of time and write in notes or whatever, that's your choice. But all the notes are done that way. It's me and the PowerPoint, and I'll be babbling in the corner. They never last more than 15 minutes because that's all I'm allowed to use on that program, which is probably good because who wants to listen to me talk for more than that? So you watch it, listen. Sometimes I throw in extra material in there to help you, okay? Another thing I'll do with the modules is, let's say it's a topic that maybe I think you need some extra help with. If you look here, we talked about dimensional analysis, and what I'll do is I'll put in worksheets. Okay, this is a worksheet, and all you have to do is click on it. You don't have to download it. This is not an assignment. It's just there for you to help. But what it does is it has worksheets and the answers are there. So on a scratch piece of paper, if you want to write this down, solve it, then you can go back and check your answer. Okay, and you'll see them. They're not in every part, but I have them on topics I think that you might want a little more help in. Okay, so those are there. There's not as many in biology because you don't have a lot of the problem solving aspect. But again, if you'll see extra ones like this, it's just for your extra help. Okay, I'll also sometimes, especially in biology, I'll put videos. If I go through a topic and I think maybe you needed a little bit more explanation, there'll be more videos that you can watch, whichever you want. Okay, again, if you go through the modules, what will happen, like, okay, this is the first part I showed you and I lecture. Then there's scientific method questions. Okay, there's maybe a video to watch and then answer some questions. And that's a real common thing for me to do in biology because the YouTube videos show things a lot better than I can, just like this. So anyway, and you might want to read through the questions before you watch the video. So then you just send the answers to me and you're done with that assignment. Okay, so you might have an assignment like that. You might have a quiz. You can see, let's see if I can find you a quiz. Okay, the quizzes are always timed. And the reason why they're timed, you guys, is otherwise you would spend the whole time trying to find everything. You would spend 2 hours doing a 4-question quiz. Yeah, you'd probably get it all right, but I'm not testing your Google research skills. What I'm doing is testing if you study and you go through the material. So there'll be quizzes, sometimes there's a video. Another thing that you'll see sometimes is I will send you an assignment. Okay, like here, converting grams to moles. So what will happen is there's a assignment like this. You can download it and do it. You can do it, type in the answers or whatever. It's up to you. But the assignment will come up. I say that and it goes really slow. Come on, big guy. I say that. Anyway, there'll be problems here. You can download this and, do the problems and then send it back to me. You can just type in the answers if you don't have that abilities. It's up to you. Here we go. See, here's the questions. And I always try to give you some examples to follow. So the examples will always be in red. Okay. They're there to help you. Okay. So when you do this, you send it back to me. I will go through it and send you the correct answers. Okay. I promise. And then you can use that to study for your tests and whatever. Okay. So you get assignments like that. You get quizzes. You get videos, things like that. Let's go back here. Okay. And again, in this class, you can see, and the other thing is for labs. For labs, what we do is we use a program called Labster. It's an external link, you guys. So if you're having issues with it, I'm sorry. Here's the one on chemical safety. And what you'll do is you go through, and then when you get to the bottom, load chemical safety. Now, there's some things about this. Oh, I'll have to check that out. When you're doing this, you have to make sure that you don't do it on your phone or your iPad. It has to be on a computer. And if you stop, if something happens, it will save your progress. And I know that happens too. So make sure that that you keep everything up, that you're doing it on your computer. And again, if something happens like this, I will make sure I take care of this before you do it, that you can keep going. Okay. It will send me a grade for you. Okay. Again, and just make sure that you go through and follow the instructions. It's like a simulation and it'll show you everything. There's a launch pad that gives you instructions. So make sure you read through it. The first couple times you do one, you might struggle, but after a while you get the hang of it. It's kind of like doing lab through video games. Okay. But anyway, there's several of those and those will count as your labs. Okay. Let's see, what else can I tell you? This is Chem 116 and you'll see that you have due dates, and the due dates are basically before the test. You'll see that the test for this is June 18th. Well, that's when all the assignments are due. Each week, though, I have to give you credit for attendance for two days of attendance. So when I go back and look at your grades, I need to see that you've done a couple assignments. So yes, you can wait to the last minute to do everything, but you'll see that there's, probably 10 assignments. I don't think I would wait to the very last minute to do that. But again, you want to get a couple done each week so that I can give you full credit for attendance. Okay. And that's in here too as well. When it's time to take a test, if you hit the unit review, here's stuff that I have in here to help you review. These are not assignments. These are practice worksheets that have answers. Again, like if you're doing names and formulas, they have the worksheet and they have the answers. So again, you can practice. You don't have to do these assignments. You don't have to send them to me. Okay. And again, it's going to take a little while to load. All right. But again, they're there for you. I say that. There's also, I have some PowerPoints. This PowerPoint right here is me talking. I have a link here. So there's a YouTube video. I have a PowerPoint and I go through the problems with you. Still haven't loaded, you little brat. It's one of those days, you guys. But anyway, a worksheet will come up and it has the answers. Yay. So here's, a bunch of practice problems. And if you keep going, you'll see the answers. Okay, so again, that's something you can do on scratch piece of paper. It's there to help you. You don't have to do them. They're not an assignment. And you can see I have several topics. I have isotopes. I have specific heat, names and formulas, whatever. That is totally up to you whether you want to do it. Here's another couple PowerPoints to help you. Again, if you're struggling with that, it's really important in chemistry to know how to name and write formulas. So those are all under the unit review. Okay. All right. Let me head over. This has all been 116. I'm going to head over to biology now. It's not much different. Biology, you have more topics because there's not the problem solving. So here's the home page. You got the syllabi down here. Again, it's all modules. So you want to deal, you know, we're actually going to start with chapter 2. And again, there's going to be quizzes. There's going to be watching a video. There are also Labster. See if my whole Labster is out. I'm going to have to check. You load it in a window and it comes up. Well, now that one worked. Okay. So anyway, there you go. It'll take you through the simulation. And again, this is an external link. I really don't have any say over the programming. I just load it into your module. Okay. But you go through and you follow instructions, and when you're all done, it'll tell you that, and then it sends me a grade. And so, you know, those are the lab component. Okay. So far I've had good feedback. People really liked them. So again, it's a good deal. And again, I have lectures of me, and then here is at the end of each unit, there's the whole PowerPoint without me talking, if you want to download it ahead of time and write, you know, notes and stuff in as I go through them. Same deal that way. Okay. So here we have biology, and you can see the chapters. Biology, you have 5 units, and there's no final, comprehensive final. Chem 115 there is. So, but again, everything's covered. The assignments are, you know, you can see if it's one of the Labster ones, or you can see like here's types of metabolism. And again, here's a video. You watch the video and you answer the questions. So if you follow the modules in order, you will be rocking. Okay. If you have issues, just email me. I will get back within 24 hours, usually sooner than that. I'm pretty good about keeping up with that. Okay. So that's the instructions for both classes. I put them together, so I only had to make one video. And again, if you have questions, I'm going to try to get a hold of all of you so we can have a time once a week to meet. And again, it's just to talk about what's going on. If you're having issues, if you need me to review problems or topics, stuff like that. Okay. So again, that's how you do it. And that's for Chem 115 and 150, Biology 150 this summer.